there's just days, every day's not perfect, but we got along great, and you and Coatesy get along great. It's important because it makes it not so much like a job.
That doesn't mean you don't have your moments.
Right. 100%.
There was an international incident one time early in my career. Remember the year we had training camp in Peterborough?
Yes.
So we go to Peterborough, and we were in training camp for a week, and we leave there to go to Washington to play our first preseason game. And Coatesy and I got arguing about something in the Toronto airport, and it got to an FU, nose to nose, and I'm not going back down.
Right.
The hell with that. I think confrontation's good. And I think it can be good for a relationship sometimes. And the officials had to come over and separate us.
Really?
It was borderline ugly.
Oh, my God.
Wow. What's the craziest thing you've seen Coatesy do? There's got to be some.
Well,
gold.
I got a whole list.
Yeah.
None of which we can talk about here.
Right.
He's a trip. I love the. Do you remember the time you guys were in a bar in Pittsburgh, and somebody introduced him to this girl who turned out to be a sprinter for a.
Oh my
college team?
God! That
Remember,
was a couple
he
years
raced
ago. He raced her. I have the video
out on the street.
On the street?
It was hysterical.
She was a sprinter for a school.
Yeah.
And this girl was put together. Like, you could tell she was a runner.
She was a track star.
like
Right.
the thigh.
Yeah, right, you could just tell.
And it was great because we put it to that music. What's that song? I forget the name of that. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh yeah. Right.
And we did it in
Slow-mo.
slow-mo. And Coatesy just. He's just getting
Hobbling?
Oh,
Hell,
hobbling.
They played it for the guys before the game the next
the
night.
guys are fired
Little
up.
pump tape.
Oh my God! It was the best. I mean, this girl could run, but we gave him what, a 5-second head
It was
start
a 50-yard dash, and they gave him a 30-yard head start,
Yeah,
and she
something
caught him
like
at the
50
end.
yards. That's what it was.
30 yards?
He got to start 30 yards ahead, and she just.
And
went,
she just blew right past
oh,
him.
she could run.
Oh,
Oh, that girl,
yeah.
that was awesome. Oh my God!
We got to find that footage.
It's there. He keeps it loose, and
Yeah,
that's
I gotta find that.
that's what's fun about.
How does he keep that energy level up that high? I know
God, I don't
Nasty's,
know.
got some secret sauce, but what is Coatesy doing?
I need some secret sauce.
I
I'm
don't
getting
know, you're
older.
buzzing.
He
Man.
might overdo the secret sauce sometimes,
Could be.
but he's a machine. And,
He's a machine,
I love
yeah.
him.
That's awesome. Oh, Coatesy, he's such a beauty.
Remember when he had the scooter when he blew out the
Oh,
Achilles?
I've got some good video of him on the scooter.
You ever see him get going downhill, coming out of a bar, and he can't stop the damn thing?
No.
There's traffic going both ways as he's approaching the end of the
One of
hill.
those scooters you just grab outside the bar. There, does he put? Those
Oh,
ones?
no, he
had his
traveled
leg-
with
he
it.
had- yeah.
Oh, when he banged up. Right.
knee up.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
But I remember in Pittsburgh, I don't know if it was the playoffs or not, but in Pittsburgh, he got going down that little side street, going right to the hotel there, and he's
Yeah.
The speed wobble.
oh yeah, man, like it was, and you're worried because, like you said, there's cars coming, like,
Imagine.
and he was wound up too. Maybe Hardberg had done something, so he was
It
wound
doesn't
up.
take much to wind him up.
It doesn't.
We used to grab his phone when we'd cross the border and change the language to French and had him convinced that when you go over the border, that just happens and it'll fix itself when you go back. And of course it doesn't. And he'd get home, and a week later, he's still trying to get the damn French off his phone.
No way. So he had French the whole time he's in Canada.
Listen,
Poor guy.
He would set his phone down, which I just can't believe he just said keep in his pocket. After how many times we did this, he would pick his phone up in front of someone and like hit the power, and the picture come up, and it was not a picture that he had up there originally. If you know what I mean, we'll keep this kind of clean, but it would be some really funny pictures, and he would just because he didn't have no clue how to
No
fix
tech,
it.
yeah.
Worse than me.
Yeah, right.
Like couldn't fix it, and like he said, he'd do the French thing, and it was just it was comical. And the best was like once I was done hanging the gear, sometimes I would catch these guys before they go to dinner. They'd be having a quick beer or something, and I'd come in and I'd see Coatsy's phone, and I'd lean over, hey buddy, and I'd just take it and put it in my back pocket. He wouldn't know till they get up to leave. Now he's fucking himself, losing his
Every
mind.
trip,
Who
every
took-
trip.
Nasty, give me my phone back. I'm like, Coatesy, I just walked in here and I don't have your phone, and he's like going to everybody, where's my phone? That finally, I'd put it down behind him, and oh man, but you could do it every day.
He's fun to be around, and
Yeah, he
on
is.
the air, we just bust each other's balls
Yeah.
constantly. And if you've got a guy that you can do that with, and he can ad-lib a little bit,
Yeah.
you can have fun on the air. And that's kind of sometimes, you don't want to go too far with that,
Right.
especially if the team's not playing well.
Right.
You've got to kind of keep that in check. But again, we're having fun, and we hope it's fun to listen to us, and that's the goal.